And then finally, of course, is welfare. That is, I don't make any pretense of trying to produce anything. I'm just here, and you should take care of me. Now, these folks will vote one way, and these folks will vote another way. And so you say, well, Bob, not everybody is that. I understand that. But I always say, if I have two trunks of the faculty at UCLA, and one trunk is filled with $100 bills of everybody that voted for McCain, and here is a trunk filled with $100 bills everybody voted for Obama, which trunk do you want? You say, oh, well, in that case, okay, that's right, I understand. Not everybody's all the same, but these folks tend to be of a same political philosophy. Mm-hmm. Now, you say, well, first of all, Bob, what in the world prompted this? Here it is. He asked about reporters. Who are reporters? Reporters are artists.
Yeah.
They take a blank sheet of paper and they create things. And people that are creative think that they should be rewarded not because of what I've built for somebody or what I've done for them, but because I'm a pretty special person. I'm talented. I'm gifted. Therefore, I should be rewarded. So these people will always be critical of these. Now, you would think it'd be the other way around because all wealth comes from here. The degree to which they prosper is the degree to which they can give money to the colleges. The degree to which they prosper is the degree to which they would create the symphonies and the plays and the things. The degree to which they prosper is the degree to which the churches receive money. The degree to which, so you think they'd be grateful, but anybody who's studied biology knows parasites always destroy the host. They will eventually kill it. That's right. And so the answer to your question was simply this. So what are we going to do about the media? The media will self-select. That is, a person who really is A plus B plus C, logical, sequential thinker, and they think they want to go into journalism, 90% of them absolutely can't stand it, and after the course of a year or two, they'll self-select out. And so therefore, we want to encourage and help those of you that want to do it, because that's where you should be, and it would be helpful, just like we need you in all these other places. But the tendency will naturally be that these people will vote for a government that will give them, not because of what they've done, but because of who they are. Mm-hmm. And you listen to a politician for 90 seconds, and you'll be able to tell which side he thinks, who should be rewarded, because of the group or because of the individual.
You guys, we're going to wrap this up because of time's sake. Before you get up and leave, actually don't get up and leave. Just a moment, we'll end this. But we have an important question to ask you. But looking at this, I want to ask you this. You know, we say that we believe in freedoms, we say that we believe in tolerance and all these things that we hear on and off the campus, out in the streets, things that we read regarding our culture. Are we really a free people? Well, I want to say yeah, and we are. In comparison to the world, yes, but I'm concerned with what he's been sharing, the direction where we're going, unless God's people gets involved. He talked about the media and how we're hearing all on the news about how the media had so much to do with the outcome of this election. And you know, the statistics are very overwhelming. They have analyzed the campaign coverage and the biases, and if you have any kind of fortitude, gut to stomach it, you should go look at that data. It's absolutely amazing. And when you have people who are supposed to be reporters on CNN, for example, who said, educated people, who said, you know, when he speaks, I get chills up my legs. CNN. Okay, leave that alone. Does that reporter have the right to say that? Apparently, I didn't hear what you said. So 5 of you believe that reporter has the freedom to say that. He does have the freedom to say that. For the rest of you, this is America, you have the freedom to say that. The reporter had the freedom to say it. Was it responsible for him to say it? No, it wasn't responsible, but he had the freedom to say it, correct? And he chose to say it. Okay. So, this church, in the last election, got out and voted. You weren't told to vote for a particular local candidate, but they went, they ran for office. You knew that this candidate went to this church. You voted, and the outcome, the result of the vote, this church put that candidate in office by sheer numbers. Do we have the freedom? Should we have exercised our freedoms to vote for a man who we knew as a friend and an attendee of this church who loves God? Do you really have the right to vote for that man? But if word gets out that you voted for that man, people are angry at you because you have crossed a line of separation of church and state, which, by the way, does not exist. So with everything he's been sharing, when are we going to act upon what we know? You've sat here over this weekend, and you've seen this. And you see, but Jack, you guys have been saying that the Lord can come back today. Absolutely. That's why I want you to get involved in local politics. The Lord could come back next week. That's why I want you to protect your marriage and defend it. Make up with your husband, make up with your wife. Because the Lord could come back, that's why we're sending missionary teams, I think next, I don't know where, but I know Russia's coming up again for the 17th time. Well, wait a minute, you're freaking me out, Pastor. The Lord could come back, but you guys are feeding the homeless. Why don't we just all wear robes and sit on the top of the church and wait for the Lord to come back? Because he is coming back. Jesus said, now it's daylight. Work now while it's daylight, because night is soon coming when no man can work.